class. Now we'll go for types of JavaScript. Right on. Heading types of JavaScript. First of all, how many types of JavaScripts are there? Sorry? Not that. Under JavaScript only, I am speaking about 3 different types majorly.
External, internal.
Whatever he is telling is correct. See, here under JavaScript we have 3 different types. One is internal, second one is inline, third one external. Clear? Now, whereas these 3 different types of JavaScripts are available, but in companies we will be preferring external JavaScript. Is that clear? We will be preferring external JavaScript. Why? The reason, external JavaScript will provide you extra reusability. That means, let's take an example. In a company, we will be developing multiple projects simultaneously, where one e-commerce application we are developing. Similar, at that time only, even we have got another e-commerce application, where the requirements what we have got in the first e-commerce application, the validations and animations, these kind of stuffs and all, if even second e-commerce application, if they want the same generic validation, at that time take this particular JavaScript file, use it over there also. Otherwise, one particular JavaScript file only you can share it between multiple projects also, if the client is from same person. Got it right? If that is one company, this is one company, for both the people if I need to share the same JavaScript file, means that is not correct legally. Okay, so be careful. Whenever reusability, in the sense in the project for multiple resources, multiple pages, if you want to use the same function, at the time we can make use of external JavaScript. That is highly preferred in the companies. Now, first we will proceed with internal JavaScript, then we will go with external JavaScript, inline JavaScript, all those things. Clear? Now, write down heading. Three types, and make a note of this one. Now write down heading features of JavaScript. Okay. What are the features of JavaScript available? Reusability. Okay. All those abilities and all is fine. Next. Okay. First one, platform independent. Okay. What is meant by platform independent?
Compiler చేసుకొని platform
Okay. Say JavaScript will run on any kind of operating system. Okay. Now let's say if you design one particular JavaScript program, and of course we will be using that JavaScript program for some server side pages, or even for HTML pages we will be using it. That particular program, if let's say if I need to run that particular program in Windows operating system, I can run it. I can run it in Linux operating system, Solaris, Mac, Android, iOS, these kind of operating systems, if I need to make use of JavaScript, it will allow me to execute. It generates the output. Is that clear? That is called as platform independent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Okay. Platform independence, it runs on any kind of operating system. Next. Device independent. What's the meaning of device independent? It works on any kind of device. Android, it comes under platform again. Device I'm speaking about, let's say laptop or desktop, whatever it is, and mobiles, tabs, this kind of device, all kinds of devices it will be supporting. Clear? Next. JavaScript is free form language. What's the meaning of free form language?
Open source.
See, basically we can make use of JavaScript, I mean writing JavaScript code either in multiple lines also by following some set of rules. If you are writing the program in multiple lines also it works. Otherwise if you are writing in a single line also, that means that spaces, all those rules, whatever I will be saying about that particular rules also, by following that particular rules, if you write the whole program in a single line also it works. That is called as free form language. Is that clear? Even in multiple lines, otherwise in single line also, output you can expect from JavaScript. Some languages are there where if you write the code in a single line, it will not generate the output. That's a different matter out of our syllabus. Clear? Next. Now, JavaScript. It doesn't require any software. Okay, now. Whereas, we don't need to use any compiler, like if you are going for Java programs, you need to have JDK, etc. things. When it comes to JavaScript, by default in your browser, in your operating system, you will be having some or the other browsers. Take an example of Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, etc. Where you can make use of any of these particular browsers and generates the output. Okay, now? Where it is not like HTML. I am telling you again, it is not like HTML. HTML, let's say if you do one mistake, I have created open tag, I forgot to close that particular closing tag. Okay? Whereas it will not show any error. Slightly output may vary if you are using a bold tag in the starting, and if you are not closing it, it will spread that bold nature to complete your paragraph, otherwise your web page. Slightly output may vary, but errors will not be displayed. When it comes to JavaScript, if you are doing any mistake, whereas you can expect errors, that means it will not show you the output. Even on performing some actions, it will not show you any output. Is that clear? That is what the thing which you need to remember when you are writing any JavaScript code. Is that clear? Next. JavaScript, next one. Datatype free language. What's the meaning of this? See, if you go to C, C++, Java, etc. languages, there we have different types of data types. Let's take an example: int, float, char, etc. When it comes to JavaScript, we don't have any data types like that, int, float, char, whatever it is. We have only one data type, that is var, where this is meant for creating a variable. You can consider this one as string type. Okay, now? Where whatever the value, whatever the type of value you are entering, it will accept. Got it, right? Where, how we can make use of that particular var data for performing our operations? You may ask a question. Now, in JavaScript we have certain methods which will be used for converting that data into the type you want. Let's say if I need to convert into integer, I have parseInt. If I need to convert into float, I have parseFloat. Similar way, if you need to convert into double, we have eval. Like this, some set of functions are there. We can make use of that particular functions and we can perform the operations in our JavaScript. Is that clear? Any doubt so far? Okay. And there is no rule like you need to define the variable. Let's say I want to use one variable in C, C++, int ABC you will declare, then you will be using. Otherwise, even C++ will support forward declaration. Whenever you want, you can declare the variable int C something or all. You can use that particular concept. But in JavaScript, if you don't want to declare or you forgot to declare, not an issue. You can use the variables however you want. Got it, right? But if you declare with var and use the variable, and if you are not declaring and using the variable, some set of differences is there. What is the difference? You will be learning when we are dealing with memory allocation concepts. Clear? Any doubts? Okay. Next feature of JavaScript. As you said, it is flexible. Okay. Portability, compatibility, that abilities, all the abilities are there. That is common thing which needs to be considered. And JavaScript is case sensitive. Case sensitive. What's the meaning of case sensitive? I hope you know about that.
Caps, upper
Yes. Similar to our C, C++, Java, etc. languages, even in our JavaScript also, it has the nature of recognizing whether you have entered capital letters or small letters, whatever it is. Got it, right? Special characters, everything will be recognized by our particular JavaScript. And who will do that particular operation? We don't have any compiler, right? Got my question? Here, our browser. Take an example of Google Chrome. Google Chrome will do that particular operation. It will inspect your code and it will check whether you have entered capital letters, small letters, and that functions are defined or not. It will be checking and it will raise the errors. How it will raise the errors, how we can predict that particular errors, you will be learning soon. Clear? Any doubts so far? No issues? Okay. Now write down heading, how to write JavaScript code into our particular HTML. How to write JavaScript code into our HTML. And whatever I am saying right now, I mean writing JavaScript code into our HTML. HTML means there is no rule like it should be available, whatever I am saying right now, it will be used only in HTML. Tomorrow in your projects, you may need this particular concept to be used in your JSP pages, PHP pages and .NET of course. Whereas if you need to use it, you can use it in a similar fashion. How I am going to teach you in HTML. Okay? Because the same concept I have used in my projects. Whereas I have worked for JSP, I have worked for PHP also, and even in WordPress, all these combinations we have worked on the same concept we have applied, it is working fine. Got it, right? That is the rule we will be following. Okay? Now, here first I am speaking about internal JavaScript. Okay, first I will be concentrating on internal JavaScript, later we will be proceeding with inline. Okay, now first of all, what is meant by internal JavaScript?
Within a HTML program, we can include the JS code also. In head section, we will include the JavaScript code.
Okay, fine. Whereas internal JavaScript, right on? It's a process of writing JavaScript code within the web page is called as internal JavaScript. That means whatever the page we will be writing, okay, let's say you are creating one login page by making use of HTML code, otherwise JSP code, PHP, whatever it is. In that particular pages itself, in that particular page, let's say login.html, in that login.html itself, in the top section, header section, otherwise in the body section, I can write my particular JavaScript code. Okay, now writing the JavaScript code within the head, within the body has some difference. What is the difference? In upcoming programs you will be learning. Is that clear? Where? How we can write JavaScript code? See, let's take an example. This is our HTML page. I am speaking about internal JavaScript only. Okay, script language equal to JavaScript okay, fine, leave that. Now some people, they will be writing this particular thing, JavaScript code within the body also, as I said just now, I have said. So you can use that particular thing, you can use that particular script code within the body also, not an issue. And script language equal to JavaScript is one way of writing JavaScript code, and some people prefers writing this one in this fashion, just opening tag of script and closing tag of script. And even this is also fine only. Got it right? Say, you can write the script code in this fashion, otherwise in this fashion, otherwise in this fashion. Within this particular tags only you can write your JavaScript code. Clear? Any doubts? And which is preferable? Basically, as per the company norms, we prefer going with script language equal to JavaScript, this way, as per company norms. But otherwise, if you make use of any one of these three, code will get executed absolutely. Whereas in company, whenever if you have developed any particular code, okay, in corporate projects and real-time projects, if you develop any code, today that code you are developing, tomorrow someone else may come down and develop. So in company and corporate world, we will set some rules. That particular rules, for either for your understanding in the future, otherwise for other developers who will use your code in future. For their sake, we will be writing in a proper manner. Got it right? Okay, that is one thing. So these are the three different ways you can write the JavaScript code. Just make a note. Fine. Now say I prefer going with writing script tag within the head portion. So I am removing script tag within the body, whatever it is available over here. Next, this all the fashions I will be removing. I will go with this one. Clear? Say, writing the code in this particular fashion, nobody will like it. See, everything looks in the same old pattern. Okay? Better we'll separate it. See, I will save this. Okay. .html. I'm saving it as HTML. Got it right? And better you give some mappings in this fashion. So that you can identify it very easily that this particular hierarchy, which is the parent tag and child tag and element tag, you can identify it very easily and attribute value. Right? Now, here, this is what the pattern of JavaScript what we have. Now we are going to see next thing. First of all, in JavaScript, this is almost very similar to Java. That means the features wise, some of the functions wise, all these things we have got it derived from Java only. Okay? And even object oriented nature is also available in JavaScript. What is that object oriented nature?
Real-time objects to interact with you.
Okay.
Using an object to call functions, methods.
Okay. Basically, in object-oriented programming language, take an example of C++, Java, this kind of things. Where in that particular object-oriented programming languages, we will be having certain concepts like class, object, inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation, like this. As we have so many concepts over there, in JavaScript, we have few concepts from this particular object-oriented programming concepts. What are those concepts will be learned slowly. Clear? And JavaScript is not simple like your Java, C, C++, where main will be there. Once if you run that particular program, main will start executing and it will invoke some functions and it will perform the operation. Here we need to have events. Okay? On performing some operation, some action, some function will get executed and generates the output. What is that event? How that event will trigger an action and invokes the function, we are going to see. Clear? Now, in JavaScript, we will be having a function defined with the keyword function. Function is a predefined keyword. If you need to define any function, you can make use of this particular thing only. And this function only will be used for us in JavaScript to define constructors. This function keyword only will be used for us to define classes in our JavaScript. Got it right? How that will be used in upcoming concepts we will be learning. Right now we will go with simple function. Function name. Function name I am giving it as display. Okay, this is the block which will be having some set of statements which will get executed on invoking that function. How to invoke that function? We have so many set of actions with respect to your body tag, with respect to your components. We can perform that event triggering operations. Take an example. Input type equal to button. I am creating a button. Value on the button, that means on the button I am displaying the value as click me. Now on click, this is an event and this is not a case sensitive, I mean HTML code. See, within this level whatever you are writing, it is case sensitive, and this is all completely JavaScript. It is not JavaScript, it is HTML. So however, HTML, capital letters, small letters, you can write it down, no issues. Whereas events, most of the times in Java we have written C capital, camel case, all these things. So that habit continued for me over here. So I am using click C capital. You can write it in small also, not an issue. Okay. Now on click of this particular button, that means whenever this event triggers, we'll call display function. Is that clear? Any doubts so far? That's it. This is the function whatever we have in JavaScript, and this is the button we have it in HTML. On click of this particular button, control will be transferred to display function. Whatever the code is available over here will get executed and generates the output for you on the web page. Is that clear? This is the simple syntax of JavaScript which we have. Make a note. Now write down heading, types of message boxes available in JavaScript. Right? Okay. First of all, what is meant by message box? Dialog box, pop-ups, whatever it is. Okay, na? Whereas if you check it out, any of the websites, okay, web applications, whatever it is, they will be showing some or the other pop-ups, okay, in a different scenarios. Where in JavaScript we have three different types of message boxes, I mean pop-ups, dialogs, whatever it is, where we can make use of that particular dialog box for performing the operations in our JavaScript. First one which we are going to see is, write down alert. It is a message box which is meant for displaying a message with OK button on it. Done? Now, see, let me show you the output, how it will be. Alert. Hello, welcome. I have written the code. Now I will just, here I am using this Notepad++ for better visibility, and you can run the programs very easily. And here you can go run launch in Chrome, Safari, IE, Firefox, whatever it is. I'll go for Chrome. Okay, it opens in Chrome. Click me, that is a value, you can see that. here, on click, hello welcome. This is a message box which is displaying by alert. See, alert, hello welcome, it is displaying as usual the message, and OK button, as I said, it is displaying OK button, right? Any doubts? That's it. This is your alert. Okay, next, this in JavaScript, comments are very much similar to your C, Java, all those things. Okay, 2 slashes, it gets commented. Clear? That code will not get executed. This is called as comment block. I hope you know that. Next, write down next one. Confirm. It is a message box which displays a message with OK, and cancel button on it. Okay, see, I have changed the code right now. I'll go to the browser where it was generating the output. I will refresh. That's it. On click. Do you want to exit? See, it's displaying OK and cancel, OK, cancel, whichever the button you want. And you have displayed the message, do you want to exit? OK means it has to close, but it didn't get closed. These kind of questions you may ask. Whereas here, whenever if you click on OK button, for closing the window, you need to write the special functionality. For cancel, you need to write the code again. Got it, right? That kind of functionalities will be writing in our particular code in upcoming classes. Clear? This is just a demo of alert, confirm and next message boxes. That's it. Okay. Next, write down prompt. This is a message box which is meant for displaying a message with a text field for taking the input and OK cancel button for confirmation. Got it, right? Next, here prompt will take 2 parameters. Listen here, later you can make a note. Prompt will take 2 parameters. Say, first parameter is a message what we need to display to the user. Next, second one is default value. As I said, user will be having a pop-up with a text field. In the text field, some default value if you need to specify, you can specify in the second parameter what we are passing. Now if you refresh, click me, enter a value, and this text field, if you need to set some default value, you can keep that default value over here. and if you want you can erase it and you can enter new value also. OK means it will accept the value, cancel means it will not accept the value. Is that clear? Any doubts? After accepting, if you need to perform any operation, how it will be used in next concept you will be learning. Is that clear? Any doubts so far? Okay. Now you can make a note.